Hey guys, thanks for stopping by the Everyday Watch channel. In this video, we're going to be checking out the latest release to come from Zelos. And on the wrist, I have their Helica Moonphase. And the Helica models are really the brand's take on a go anywhere, do anything timepiece. And with this year's variation, you have a panoramic moon phase and some other nice features for this particular watch. Now, this watch will launch on their website soon. I have the Aventurine dial variation, but there's also going to be a mother of pearl and a meteorite dial option as well. Launch price for the Aventurine is around $949 US, and be sure to check the website for when this actually goes live, because these watches do sell out fast. So why don't we flip the camera around now, and you guys can take a closer look at the Helica Moonphase in the studio. So now that we're in the studio, we can take a closer look at this Zelos Helica Moonphase. I'm going to talk about the dimensions first, and then go into some other really nice aspects of this timepiece. It is classically proportioned with a 39mm case diameter. If you take a look at the side profile of the watch, the wingspan or lug-to-lug distance is 45.5mm with a nice angular case profile. The case itself is only 10mm thick, but if you include that boxed and flat sapphire, it's 11.6 millimeters. There is anti-reflective treatment on the underside of the sapphire crystal. And then between the lugs is 20 millimeters. Very nice fine link and very angular bracelet as well, with a generous taper down to 16 millimeters before you hit the Zelos signed clasp. Individual links are held in place with slot screw heads, so fairly easy to add or remove links to size the bracelet. And then to dial in the fit even more, on the underside of this clasp is a push button slider for a toolless micro adjustment. So if you actually depress this Zelos button, you can give yourself a little bit of more room, or you could also ratchet in the bracelet too. And that's ensuring you have some really nice comfort on the wrist as your wrist expands or shrinks throughout the day. And here's a quick in-studio wrist shot, just to give you an example of how well this watch would wear on a 7.5-inch wrist size. Because it is so thin and very flush on the wrist, it's very comfortable to wear with the bracelet. You could also swap it out for 20mm straps if you want to. And the overall weight of this watch is only 133 grams when you do have the bracelet sized for my wrist size. Alright, so let's talk about the dial, because that really is the star of a show, quite literally, when you have the Aventurine on the dial, and it complements the Moonphase because it looks like a starry night sky. Now, interestingly, there's actually no text on the dial in terms of like having a Zelos logo. It's only printed on the case back, which is a very bold choice. It really lets this panoramic Moonphase shine. And you have a traditional sector style dial with individual hour indices that are actually Lumicast blocks. And each of these indices are actually broken up into two parts. One that's closer to the chapter ring at the periphery of a dial, and then one that's more inboard of that panoramic moon phase. Now you'll note that there's actually two 3D printed moons here. One is partially obscured by a smoky sapphire aperture that's there, and then you also have a date aperture towards the bottom of a dial at the 6 o'clock position, although it's fairly recessed into the dial, so not the easiest to view at a glance. You also have partially skeletonized hands that also are nicely framed with a rhodium style high polish, and legibility on this watch is actually quite good. Even in low lighting situations, this watch is equipped with Lumicast BGW9 and loomed moon phased apertures. So actually glows quite well. you get very good orientation even when the lights are completely off. Now, another nice aspect of this particular watch is that it's quite robust with 100 meters of water resistance, and part of that is due to the signed and screw down crown, which is a nice size at 6.4 millimeters, very easy to operate and grip even with gloved hands. So once you do unwind the crown, in the neutral position you can manually wind the watch. And I should mention that this is a manual wind Sellita SW288. So it's basically like a Sellita SW200, except only manual wind, and it has the large Moonphase aperture complication too. And you can actually view this movement in detail through the sapphire display window. So it's actually a fairly nicely finished movement as well. And it does tick away at 4 Hertz, has about a 38-hour power reserve, and it does have hacking and hand wind. So if you do actually pull out the crown one click, if you rotate it in one direction, you're going to cycle through the date. And then if you rotate it in the other direction, that's actually going to drive the moon phase itself. So you can see now this moon is kind of going behind the smoky sapphire aperture that's there. But if I rotate it even more, you're going to get the other 3D printed moon that shows up. Moving completely away from the dial, you have a nicely brushed bezel on the top, a polished chamfer as you transition to the mid case here, and then nice bevels to the mid case, some fine brushing on the sides, very good angular lugs. And again, this bracelet just kind of glimmers or has a nice sheen to it when you hold it in different lighting conditions. So when you consider that this watch is under $1,000 US, you're getting a lot of nice features. Not only do you get really nice finishing, the dial has those Lumicast blocks for the indices, nice large 3D printed moons, as well as having that smoky sapphire that kind of partially obstructs them. And then the Aventurine itself on the dial really does make it pop. If I was going to offer some potential points for improvement, I would maybe go with a no date feature in the future, or at least not have the date disc itself so recessed into the dial where it's hard to view. And while I do really enjoy this clasp, I don't know that the bulkiness of it actually fits with a fine link bracelet. I would have expected maybe more of like a butterfly clasp, but then you would also lose out on the on-the-fly micro adjustment. So as a whole, I'm actually happy to have the functionality. It's just something to point out when you're looking at the overall style of the bracelet. And lastly, while this is a very nice manual wind Sellita movement, the fact that the crown is screwed down really does make you go an extra step to actually wind up and power this watch. Now, of course, the trade-off is if you only had a push-pull crown, you might sacrifice a bit of water resistance there. But that's my overview of this new Helica Moonphase. And as always, I'd love to know your feedback in the comment section of this video. Do you plan on picking up the Aventurine dial, or would you like to see the mother of pearl, or maybe even the meteorite variation? Now, if you do enjoy this content, please consider subscribing to the channel. It really does help me out. And I really do want to thank Elshin over at Zelos for sending in this watch for the review. So that's going to wrap up this video, and as always, I can't wait to catch you guys in the next one.